for millennia, grappled with the fundamental question, who are we, and what is our purpose? From the earliest philosophers to the most advanced neuroscientists, we've sought to define the essence of human existence. But now, as we stand on the precipice of the artificial intelligence age, these ancient inquiries take on an unprecedented urgency. Artificial intelligence isn't just changing what we do. It's forcing us to reevaluate who we are. As machines learn to write, compose, create, and even reason in ways once thought exclusive to the human mind, we find ourselves in a profound identity crisis. Are we merely biological algorithms destined to be surpassed? Or does our humanity lie in something AI can never truly grasp? The speed at which artificial intelligence has advanced in recent years has been nothing short of astonishing. What began as computational power has evolved into generative capabilities that mimic, and in some cases, exceed human output. We've witnessed machines writing essays, composing symphonies, designing art, even crafting compelling arguments, tasks we once believed were the exclusive domain of human creativity and intellect. This isn't just another industrial revolution where machines replaced manual labor. This is a cognitive revolution. Past technological shifts liberated us from physical drudgery, allowing us to focus on more intellectual pursuits. The calculator freed us from complex arithmetic, the washing machine from endless scrubbing. But AI challenges us at a much deeper level. It encroaches upon our perceived monopoly on thinking, creating, and problem-solving. The question is no longer, can machines do what we do? But if machines can do what we do, and often better, then what makes us uniquely human? This isn't just an economic or technological problem. It's a profound philosophical inquiry into our very essence. It forces us to confront a fundamental identity crisis. To understand the AI age identity crisis, we must first revisit the age-old philosophical debate. What truly defines human consciousness? Is it simply complex information processing, a sophisticated algorithm running on wetware, as some materialists might argue? Or is something more qualitative, such experience that separates us fundamentally from even the most advanced AI? René Descartes famously declared, "I think, therefore I am." For centuries, conscious thought and self-awareness were seen as the bedrock of human existence. But if an AI can generate text that appears to think, if it can simulate empathy or articulate complex ideas, does that mean it is? This brings us to a crucial distinction: simulation versus genuine experience. Philosopher John Searle's Chinese room argument highlights this. Imagine a person in a room receiving Chinese symbols and, by following a rule book, sending out other Chinese symbols. From outside, it appears the person understands Chinese, but inside, the person understands nothing. They are merely manipulating symbols. Searle argued that AI, much like the person in the room, might simulate understanding or consciousness without genuinely possessing it. It processes information, but does it experience it? This leads us to qualia, the raw, subjective feels of experience. The redness of red, the taste of chocolate, the pang of grief. Can an AI truly feel the heartbreak it writes about, or is it merely manipulating linguistic patterns associated with heartbreak? Can it know what it's like to be human, to endure suffering, to experience love in the same way we do? Many philosophers argue that these subjective, irreducible experiences are the hallmark of human consciousness, something that current AI, operating solely on algorithms and data, cannot replicate. Our capacity for genuine emotion, for intuitive leaps that defy logic, for moral decision-making driven by empathy rather than utility, and for finding meaning in a seemingly meaningless universe, these remain deeply human territories. Existentialist philosophers like Albert Camus remind us that meaning isn't found. It's created through our actions, our choices, and our struggles in the face of an indifferent world. AI doesn't struggle for meaning, it simply executes. It doesn't experience the burden of freedom or the anguish of choice in the same way. Perhaps our identity lies not just in our cognitive abilities, but in our vulnerabilities, our capacity for error, our need for connection, and our inherent finitude. These are aspects of existence that AI, by its very design, attempts to transcend, beyond the abstract, philosophical questions. The AI revolution poses a very tangible threat to our sense of purpose, particularly in the realm of work. For most of human history, our identity has been intricately linked to our labor. "What do you do?" is often one of the first questions we ask someone, and their answer often defines much of their social and personal identity. As AI takes over routine, analytical, and even creative tasks, millions of jobs could become obsolete. This isn't just about economic displacement. It's about a potential crisis of meaning. If AI can do our jobs, what is our job? If machines are more efficient, more precise, and tireless, where does that leave human contribution? Karl Marx spoke of the alienation of labor under capitalism, where workers become separated from the fruits of their efforts and their own creative potential. In an AI-dominated world, could this alienation reach unprecedented levels? Or, conversely, could it be a path to liberation? If AI handles the necessities, could humanity be freed to pursue truly meaningful endeavors? Art, philosophy, personal growth, community building, not out of economic necessity, but genuine desire. This future necessitates a radical rethinking of our societal structures and values. Concepts like universal basic income, UBI gain traction, not just as an economic safety net, but as a potential enabler for a post-labor society. But beyond economics, we need to cultivate new sources of identity and purpose that are not tied to productivity or output. Perhaps our value shifts from what we produce to how we connect, how we create meaning, how we care for one another, and how we explore the depths of human experience. We might need to embrace what the Stoics understood, focus on what is within our control, our virtues, our character, our responses to the world, rather than external outcomes or societal definitions of success. Our purpose might evolve from being productive cogs in an economic machine to being fully realized, compassionate. So, how do we navigate this identity crisis? The path forward likely involves a multifaceted approach, one of adaptation, redefinition, and perhaps even augmentation. Some advocate for transhumanism, suggesting that we should embrace AI not as a competitor, but as a tool to enhance our own cognitive and physical abilities. By integrating with AI, could we evolve into a new form of humanity, expanding our intelligence, extending our lives, and overcoming our biological limitations? This perspective challenges the very definition of human and opens up a new set of philosophical and ethical dilemmas. Is a human with AI implants still entirely human, or something new? Others argue for a re-emphasis on uniquely human traits that AI cannot genuinely replicate. This includes empathy and emotional intelligence, the ability to truly understand and share the feelings of another, to build deep human connections, intuition and tacit knowledge, the gut, feelings, and unconscious understanding that guide complex decision-making, especially in novel or ambiguous situations, moral and ethical deliberation, the nuanced process of grappling with right and wrong, not through calculation, but through an understanding of human values and consequences. Creative imagination in its human context, the drive to create for the sake of expression, to convey meaning, to explore the beautiful, the sublime, and the absurd, rather than just generating output. The pursuit of meaning, our uniquely human capacity to question our existence, to seek purpose, to tell stories, and to build narratives around our lives. This calls for a re-evaluation of our education systems, shifting from rote memorization and easily automatable skills to fostering critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, and complex problem-solving. We might also see a resurgence in trades, crafts, and human-centric services, fields where the human touch, intuition, and genuine connection remain invaluable. Ultimately, the AI age demands that we consciously and collectively decide what we value about being human. It's an opportunity, albeit a challenging one, to define ourselves not by what we can do that machines cannot, but by what we choose to be in a world increasingly shared with intelligent machines. The identity crisis sparked by AI is not a problem with a single, definitive answer. It is, perhaps, the next chapter in humanity's ongoing philosophical journey. Just as we redefined ourselves after the Copernican revolution, which moved Earth from the center of the universe, or the Darwinian revolution, which connected us to the animal kingdom, we must now grapple with our place in a world where intelligence itself is no longer our sole prerogative. Our identity will not be static. It will be a continuous dialogue between our ancient human essence and the rapidly evolving technological landscape. It will involve embracing our limitations as much as our potential, cherishing our vulnerabilities as much as our strengths. So, as you navigate this rapidly changing world, consider these questions. What truly makes you, you? Where do you find your deepest sense of purpose beyond your profession or productivity? How can you cultivate those uniquely human traits: empathy, creativity, critical thought, compassion that transcend mere algorithmic processing? The AI age demands not that we fear the machines, but that we courageously confront ourselves. It is a personal invitation to rediscover and redefine the profound, beautiful, and sometimes messy complexity of being human. Et ensuite, who are we, and what do we do? Will be written not just by the algorithms, but by each of us, through our choices, our values, and our unwavering commitment to our shared humanity.